Anyway, he was a trader, and he came up with this phrase that said the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent, right? So you can't have the philosophy that that this market's going to go down, right? You can't have that philosophy. Even though you might listen to me and I might give you some bias, or you might listen to people at TastyTrade and they might give you some bias. You might listen to people on CNBC and Bloomberg and they might give you some bias. Disregard all of that. It's just noise. It's just...
In this video, we are heading to the California Bay Area. We're flying into San Francisco to be able to meet with some option traders. We're going to be holding two different events, a Traders Happy Hour and a Coffee and Trade. We're going to give you some clips from those events. Saying goodbye to the family here.
Bye, pretty girl.
Now on the plane, flying to San Francisco, as we indicated, the plane has landed, exiting the plane, and going to be walking through the San Francisco airport, heading to the Uber pickup area. This is the Uber pickup area. I am now in the Uber heading to the hotel. We're staying in Emeryville, California. It's like a central point in the Bay Area. We are staying at a 4 Points hotel. The 4 Points is by Marriott. Going to show you the lobby area here in a second, and then we're going to go up to the hotel room. We're now on our way to the hotel room. The room is not luxury, but it's a nice room for what I'm going to be using it for over the next few days. So I'm going to give you a little clip of the room here. Most of the time when I go on solo trips, my daughter gives me a letter she wants me to read each day. Today is Thursday, and I'm heading over to the Black Bear Diner to finish up the trading session. I'm going to get something to eat and just finish the trading day. After the diner and after the trading session, I'm going to be meeting with one of the members in the Bay Area named Rob, and we're going to be heading to the Alameda area of California to look at a aircraft carrier, and then we're going to head to In-N-Out Burger for a small little meal. This aircraft carrier is pretty impressive. It's a museum now. So now we're heading to In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger was started in California, and this location that we're going to was a place where people went to actually be seen at a fast food restaurant. This video clip is not going to give it justice. The place was absolutely packed, and people were coming in and out all throughout the time we were there. Now Rob is showing me parts of Oakland, and then we're going to head back to the hotel, and I'm going to get ready for the next morning, because we're going to have the trading floor every Friday morning. We have the trading floor, which members get together and we do live trades. We have our cameras on, we ask questions, we fix issues. And we're going to give you a clip of a part of that trading floor.
Just went up like irrationally up. Every day is 1% up type of stuff. And what I was just pointing out is that this right here is, we've been up about, I think it was about 7-8 days in a row, and we've been up 11 out of the last 12 trading sessions, and the only time we have really been down is this, and you can call that super fraudulent. This is the S&P 500. This is the broad market. It's crazy overdone, ridiculously overdone, but it can continue to do that. It's this old adage or this old saying that was coined by John Maynard Keynes, the great economist, one of the most famous economists in ever, right? And anyway, he was a trader, and he came up with this phrase that said the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent, right? So you can't have the philosophy that this market is going to go down, right? You can't have that philosophy. Even though you might listen to me and I might give you some bias, or you might listen to people at TastyTrade and they might give you some bias. You might listen to people on CNBC and Bloomberg and they might give you some bias. Disregard all of that. It's just noise. It's just, let's say, entertainment, right? Obviously, I believe we provide great education, but it doesn't mean that I know if this market is going to go down today, right? Or go up. It feels like obviously you can just pick that it's going to go up, and that's what's going to happen. But it's going to eventually come to an end. All silliness comes to an end, and it's painful, right? And so you have to be vigilant about not only what's going to potentially happen on the downside, but what is happening on the upside. So you can't just say, oh, all right, I've heard O'Brien, I heard some people on CNBC, and I think this market's going down, so I'm going to sell a bunch of call spreads. To me, that would be irresponsible, because if this keeps going up, it's going to punish you. It's going to hurt you. That call side is super, super elevated, and we're having jumps that are 10-point jumps to the upside. Every time we go down a few points, we jump back up. So until that changes, you have to be super, super vigilant about both sides at this point, right? And how do you do that? You do that by managing your deltas as best you can, and trying not to over manage that call side, because it's just historically we're going to drop eventually, right? It's just one of those things. You have to try to play out that call side, but you don't play it out to the point where if you can avoid getting deep in the red zone, then you do that, you avoid that. So sometimes you can't, right? Sometimes you can't, but if you have the ammunition, then you can make adjustments. So let me explain what I mean.
The trading floor is over, and I'm in the hotel restaurant here getting a little brunch and getting ready for what we call the witching hour. The witching hour is the last trading hour of the trading session. We're going to give you a little clip of that event.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for this witching hour. So normally an indicator that the market is about to reverse is when the VIX cash and or the VIX futures is up. Those volatility indexes, the ones we normally look at like this, when the market is going up. And so yesterday we had this huge up move, and the VIX was still steadily going up, even though we had this huge up move. So that usually tells me the market is going to reverse. Doesn't mean that day, it could be the next day. But we've experienced that several times during this rally, and it just hasn't went down. This is the first day that that indicator actually worked. It usually works a lot, but it didn't work for, it feels like 2 weeks of this market going up. But we did have we are going down the day, but the VIX is also going down. So what indicator is that to you? That could be meaning that this market's going to go up. We're going to be green before the end of the day, or we're going to be green on Tuesday. I hope not. I hope we're down today to kind of at least take a pause, and then we're down on Tuesday. But nevertheless, we have to be prepared if it continues to go up. So if it continues to go up, you have to make your adjustments, and you have to do it based on the rules that we set, or the rules you have set for yourself. Okay, Apple's fine. Apple's got it down. Yeah, I guess if you're looking for some relief, you'll be happy for a 0.5% down, right? Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry, someone's knocking on the door. 1 second. Hello.
Sorry, do you need service today?
No, thank you.
Something extra?
Do you have any more water?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sorry about that. I should have put that on mute, but I forgot. All right, so but we got Apple down, which is good if you're playing Apple, you got a cover call on or something, you really wanted to kind of slow down to the upside. That this is better than being up, right? But
the witching hour is over, and it's now time for the Traders Happy Hour. I'm walking through the lobby to be able to join some members at the Traders Happy Hour. We're going to give you some clips from that Traders Happy Hour.
So to say that this is not equivalent to this is a misunderstanding of market forces and human nature. So this trade right here is an equivalent trade to this trade right here.
Now Saturday morning, and I'm heading over to Black Bear Diner to be able to have the Saturday morning coffee and trade with some other option traders. We're going to give you a couple clips from that event that we held.
You just put money into the SPY or VTI or something like that and just left it alone, would you have beat it or not?
Oh, I see.
Because that's another way to, that might be a little over time. That's going to be better than the T-bill, but
Got it.
there will be down years.
So it brings that in. It attempts to. Okay.
Because you can put it under your mattress too. Like, that's a strategy.
It is.
Absolutely.
I know somebody who did.
More water, right?
Would you mind just taking a quick picture?
Yeah, sure.
That it was never a colder spot.
Like Wayne said, the coldest winter I ever spent was the summer in San Francisco.
That was Drew and I. We are now going to kind of tour the Bay Area. We are in the Berkeley area at the University of Berkeley campus, and we're going to kind of just show you around the campus a little bit. It's a really beautiful campus. Now I'm going to give you a quick little clip of the football field. This is the football field that Aaron Rodgers played college football at. It's a pretty impressive field. And so now we're giving you kind of a view of the Bay Area or the San Francisco area from the top of one of the mountains at Berkeley. So now we're heading to the San Francisco area. We're going to go to the downtown area so we can take a look at what's going on down there. You're going to see that the downtown area is pretty bustling. It's a really pretty city in my opinion. I really enjoyed the kind of architecture of the city. They're having some issues. As you can see here, you have some businesses going out of business, but it wasn't as the news indicated. The downtown area still seemed really bustling to me. In this clip, we are showing you the famous San Francisco hills. This is a really impressive hill, and that we're going up here. Then we're going to be going down these hills and just kind of showing you the city. Like I said, it's a beautiful city in my opinion. A place you do want to visit. So this is a clip of the famous San Francisco trolley. Take a look at that. They are still in operation and people are still using it. It's really a pretty city, like I said. Now we are going to show you a clip of Chinatown. This clip is not going to really do justice on how busy Chinatown was that day, but it was really crowded. So they were having an outdoor event in the San Francisco area, so they had streets blocked off, and there's a bunch of people participating in this kind of fair that they were having, and so we decided to park and have some dinner in the area because it was so many people. This is the entire restaurant we were at. The food was just outstanding. We enjoyed ourselves, enjoyed the atmosphere. As I said, San Francisco was really, really nice. We're now heading back to the hotel, and I'm going to get ready to fly back home the next morning. It's now Sunday, and it is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I am heading back home to see my wife and my 2 daughters. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video on trading on the road.